evening, everybody. We've got the Michael Price family, UCLA women's head basketball coach Corey Close, joined by seniors Lauren Betts and Kiki Rice. We'll have an opening statement from Coach, do 10 minutes of questions for the student athletes, finish up with questions for Coach.
First of all, thank you all for being here, and such a great atmosphere and crowd. I love the way excuse me, people are getting behind this team, but really appreciate your help. Excuse me. Secondly, just credit to Dawn and her crew. I thought they played to their identity. They played really, really hard, extremely physical, and I just think they're an incredibly well-coached team. The way they are connected, the toughness they play defense with, just really impressive. So this conference is just so good, top to bottom. The depth in it is just incredible, and I want to give credit to them for they gave us everything we could handle. So credit to them. Just really lucky to have so many players that on any given night can be their night, and to have a group of young women who are willing and committed to put winning above themselves. And everyone was so excited. Today is Kiki's 22nd birthday, and then on top of it, she has a career night. And she, when you have someone like Kiki who works so hard with such intentionality, is willing to do whatever it takes for the sake of the team, you love that she gets to have a career night like this tonight. So really happy for her. One of the reasons that we have so many open things a lot of the time is because people give so much attention to Lauren Betts. And tonight, she didn't get as many traditional catches the way that she has on a normal night, and credit to them for the way they defended her. But she just found ways to do it in other ways, like offensive rebounding, 17 and 10 still, and she didn't get the normal touches that she usually does. And so I think these two really led us well, and I think our depth really came through, and our selflessness. But lots of credit to Minnesota and the job that they're doing.
For our student athletes.
Lauren, was that the best game you played on your birthday?
Oh, Kiki?
I'm sorry, Kiki. Yeah, spaced out there. Sorry.
Yeah, good. I think so, yeah. I definitely think so. Just excited for the environment and the opportunity, and glad we got to play a really good team and everything.
Did you see that kind of game for you maybe developing by maybe anticipating the way that they would defend in the paint?
Yeah, I knew that they would. We felt like part of the game plan was really putting their fives in ball screens, and I really work on my pull-up a lot, and that's something that is created by our fives and our bigs, because they send so much attention to Lauren and our other forwards. So just putting them in ball screens, knowing that they're going to stay pretty long, and just getting around those hedges and everything, it felt like it was a game plan that I could really do well in.
Lauren, when teams are focusing on you, trying to take away your paint pressures and things like that, what's going through your mind offensively, and how do you get your teammates involved?
Yeah, I think just continuing to work on getting deep steals and just staying aggressive. I think that's something that Kiki talks to me about, and the coaches throughout the entire game is, and also if I do get deep steals and they don't happen to get the ball to me, that creates driving lanes for the guards. So just creating any type of situation where I can get my teammates open and get good shots is what I try to do offensively. But if they're gonna send 2-3 people at me, it just creates such good opportunities for the guards, and they all can handle themselves really well, and we have such amazing shooters, so it makes my job pretty easy.
Kiki, happy birthday.
Thank
Talk
you.
about being a guard playing alongside Lauren Betts. What have you learned about, I guess, your guys' team and identity as so many people try to take away her talent?
Yeah, playing with Lauren has been one of the best parts of being at UCLA. I just think being able to play with a great big like her, not many people in college get the opportunity to do that. And I think just the ability to read off Lauren, to learn how to play with each other, how to make her look as best as she can, and support her and help her grow. I think it's been something that we've been working on over these 3 years, and just the communication that we have is the biggest part. Lauren's constantly talking to me about how she thinks we can take advantage of the mismatches she has, the opportunities, and I'm constantly talking to Lauren about what as guards we want her to be doing out there. So I just think that the communication, the opportunity that we have to play with each other, it really makes us all better, and I'm just grateful to get to play with such a dominant big.
Kiki, what was the key to your defense tonight? Minnesota seemed like they couldn't get a run of more than 4 points in a row, and you guys shut it down.
Yeah, I mean, we have really spoken a lot these last few weeks about our defense and just, becoming a top defensive team in the country. That's something that we know we're going to need to continue to work on, an area that we're going to need to rise in order to get to where we want to get to. So just our communication, the way we cover for each other. We know we have an anchor inside, so forcing people to shoot over Lauren and drive into her is going to be a really big thing. But as guards, we just got to guard by ourselves, and I think we did a solid job with that. We're not perfect. We haven't put together, 40 minutes, but it's a process. We're getting better, and I like the improvement that we're seeing.
Kiki, happy birthday. Got to join the club. Lauren in the fourth quarter had, I think it was like a shot with 2 putbacks after that. She has another one, tough and one in the fourth. Just like, as a guard on the floor with her, when you're seeing her put that type of work in, like, how motivating is that for you guys?
It's so motivating, and I think the best thing about it though is like she didn't have a great first half. Lauren was in foul trouble. They defended her pretty well, and I just think her resilience to push through that, to find a way to still impact the game, and to let the game come to her. I mean, just you could see how dominant she was, and even in the first half, like they were taking so much away, they were focusing so much on that. It created opportunities for everyone else, so that's a big part of why we're up. But just to see her kind of do what she does best in the second half, get put back, score in all different kinds of ways, it was really fun. And the energy, obviously I love the celebrations, and whenever she gets her and one, it's always very fun. So it energizes our team.
Lauren, you got your third foul kind of early in the third quarter, but stayed on the floor and didn't pick up any others. That obviously didn't really lose your aggressiveness. I guess, how on guard were you about that, and how were you able to kind of stay in your game?
Well, knock on, we don't have any. I've never fouled out of a game, so that's something that I can continue to pride myself on. But I think the coaches trust me that I'm gonna, just make sure I'm smart with that. But obviously, wish I didn't foul that many times. But I think just throughout the second half, just trying to stay aggressive and play my game and not let the fouls get to my head. Just continuing to lead defensively, but also just playing smart. But I don't really care how many fouls I have. I'm gonna continue to play aggressively. So just who I am.
Kiki, you're someone that's won at all levels, whether it be from Sidwell to Fairfax, now here at UCLA, and like sometimes you sacrifice for the team, your own particular numbers. But having a night like tonight, like it really showed what you can do statistically if you were in that role. What do you think? Like, what aspects of your game do you think people kind of forget about since you've kind of sacrificed like that to win?
Yeah, I mean, I honestly would say that the biggest thing is I just want this team to win. So whatever that takes, I'm going to be able to do that. Whatever areas that Coach Corey feels like I need to be best in, I'll be prepared to do that. And so I don't think it's ever really about sacrificing anything in my own personal growth or game, because really it's all about winning. That's what I care about. That's what I came here to do. And I'm just ready to do that. So over the years, I feel like, my role and what I need to be really good at in order for this team to win maybe has changed. But again, my mindset is always on winning and just being able to do that.
I just want to respond real quick to that. I know it's not my turn, but
Sure.
the reality is that she's a winner, period, as you referred to. And she came here with a single focus to help our team win at levels they'd never won before. But on top of that, what do you think WNBA teams are looking for? Winners. Ones that not only know how to bring the skill development and the skills to their particular teams, but who helps make the team winners. And I don't think that can be stated strong enough. That does someone want to pick a stat line, or do they want to pick a winner? And people want to pick winners, and we have a winner.
Anything else for us to Netflix? Yeah.
Lauren, because I probably won't get to talk to you again before, but there is another women's basketball team here that plays in Minneapolis. Just any thoughts on kind of the links and maybe the upcoming draft?
That's really cool. Obviously, they're a really great organization, and I'd be really honored if I ever got the chance to play for them. I also love their coach. She's amazing. So, I've watched them a lot, but obviously don't know where I'm going to end up, so we'll see. But I do like their team a lot, so who knows? Who knows?
Who knows? That's good.
Thank you.
Thanks for humoring.
Got you, of course.
Did you go to